Hello and welcome back to another episode of Agvancements, the Minecraft series in which we explore the different eras of agriculture and hopefully learn a thing or two along the way. I'm your host Brendan Black and we are back for another episode right after the last episode finished. I did do a little off-screen work that I will show here right now. Throw my totally historically accurate magic armor back on. But I just want to show you guys real quick what I did. Before I do though, there's a couple things that need to be addressed. So we're going to go over there. As you guys can see, there's some work going on over there. But we're going to go take down this guy. Because he thinks that he can just attack my world. And that's not very cool. So we got another sharp leaf, which is great because we can use those sharp leaves for a bunch of cool stuff. So we can we can make these tools with them that I want to work our way up to at some point, but we need a few of them. And I saw that guy out of my window, so I thought might as well go and take him down on camera. We also have this guy. Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's take these guys down real quick. Oh, he didn't drop a sharp leaf. That's a shame. There we go. Some more arrows. I have not yet made a bow because I haven't killed any spiders, but we'll be making a bow soon. I have been getting more bones though, which is nice. So yes, I did a little bit of off-screen work. Oh, now we have 2 bears. Ooh, can I? This is part of the Naturalist mod, huh? Yeah, so I can't check your genders. Oh well. Now we have 2 bears, which is pretty cool. But I know we just started off to a very chaotic start, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things I did off-screen real quick before we get started with today's episode. So first of all, I went and collected some more materials. I went and checked on the swamp to see if we've had any more environmental degradation, and we have not, luckily. We were able to get a lot of that mitigated, but those little green guys that we're attacking are the main culprits for that damage. So we need to make sure that we're keeping those guys out as soon as we see them. I didn't want to kill them off-screen. I wanted you guys to actually see me fighting them. So I went and collected a bunch more materials and made more compost blocks, and now we have a full compost farm going with 8 blocks and our little fish here. So this is going to be something I'm going to continually replenish. As you can see, our organic compost is starting to already turn into rich soil, which is great. These little compost particles are going off, which is awesome. So as this continues, these will all compost and turn into rich and fertile soil that we can then implement into our farms and get some really nice stuff like this. I have not done any weeding today, as you can see, so I need to actually hop and do that real quick. Let me do that and then I'll get back to the episode. And done. Okay. So all the weeds are done. Actually, you know what? I'll be right back when we collect all the crops now too. Okay, there we go. We got a pretty good harvest here. So we got some more carrots, some more potatoes, some more tomatoes, some more wheat. So yeah, pretty good. Okay. I also made some more bread because we are, despite the amount of food that we've harvested, I have not been good about making food, and we go through hunger ridiculously fast in this, so I need to be better about that. But we have some more bread now, so that'll be good. Let me throw some bones in here for right now. The arrows, and then that, and actually I need that up here. There, because these are going to, wait, are there actually any uses for this in, no, there's no uses for the poisonous potatoes. Okay, so anyways, I was not planning on hopping straight into the next episode, but I was in the middle of working on getting compost blocks ready and everything, and I was actually about to log off. Ooh, look at that, we already have another mushroom colony going. Nice. Okay, I'll come harvest you in a minute. I was actually getting ready to log off for the night when I noticed something out of the corner of my eye in the window. Not only was there that skeleton and the little green guy we were fighting, but also we have a calf. Our cows have had their baby. We have our little calf here who we have not named the parent, so the sire and dam are going to remain anonymous, but it's 0 days old. It is a male, so we have a little bull calf. And this little bull calf is going to continually grow. That's cool. He already has a little hump on his back showing he's a male. He's going to continually grow during this series. So we're going to keep this bull calf here. We're not going to sell him off or anything because we don't really have anywhere to sell him off. We'll just kind of let him stay in here for right now. Maybe we'll pull in another cow and see if we can get him bred, get him to breed another cow. And then we can continue our herd and expand from there. But I thought that was pretty exciting. I was actually just sitting in there, you know, looking out and appreciating the herd when I noticed this little guy and decided I wanted to come and check on things, and I did not even realize that they had a calf, and so it was pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna keep keep this herd going. I'll come back and check on them. But basically, to give you guys a little fun fact, because we're trying to keep this series educational, cows actually take the same amount of time to have their babies as humans. So they actually are pregnant for 9 months. So this is definitely a much faster pregnancy in game, obviously, because they had that baby within like 3 or 4 Minecraft days. Whereas, we obviously take much longer than that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that we have our first calf, our first domesticated livestock animal, because technically that calf's parents are not domesticated. We have not domesticated these, these cattle. We domesticated the baby. So that's pretty cool. We actually have checked off that box, officially speaking. Man, these guys are doing great. Look at this. They're already growing into full colonies and stuff. I wonder if having more of them causes them to grow faster, because that seems to be the case. I could be wrong, but that's pretty cool. Grab these guys real quick. The hard thing with this is that the weeds grow so fast and the crops grow so fast. I could literally just sit here all day and harvest, and it would take me forever. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to let it grow out for a little bit, but just wanted to grab those little things. The goal for today's episode, I know our next goal to get out of the revolution is to go, or the first revolution is to go and build the rest of the colonies, or the rest of the little village we're building here, the campsite, because we are that much closer to finishing the first revolution and moving into the second, where things can start to get really exciting. But I don't think we're quite ready to start building the rest of the camp here, because we just don't have the materials for it. And the sun's going down. We don't have the materials for it yet. I need to go mining. I need to go collect a bunch of wood and stuff. And so I'm going to have to do another power episode, just a really, really long, like couple hour long episode where I just go and collect materials. And so I'll probably do that. Maybe I'll even live stream it. Who knows? We'll see. But until I do that, we don't have the ability to really build anything yet. So what I want to do for today's episode, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today, is... Our house is looking a little sad, honestly. Like, okay, it's not late enough yet. Our house is looking a little sad, which it's supposed to. It's a homestead. It's an early house. We're kind of skipping through some parts of the. Ow! I didn't realize you hurt yourself when you walk on that. We're kind of skipping through some of the early parts of the first revolution, so we're like super accelerating the time progression here. So we went from like cavemen to like homesteaders really quickly, when it took a couple thousand years for that to happen. A few thousand years actually. So kind of ignore that, but because we are reaching that homesteader age where we kind of had a first homestead before we even had a camp, which is a little bit backwards, but it's okay. Because we're reaching that stage, I ignore the screenshots. I was messing with some things. I think it'd be appropriate for us to decorate our house a little bit more, a little more than just having a bed and chests and our kitchen. Because we don't have a full-on like separate set of rooms in this house, it's a very, very farmhousey style. I think we at least need a little bit of furniture. So the way I want to do that is there are some, Crayfish's MrCrayfish's furniture mod is in this mod pack that I made, and so I want to bring in some of these furnitures. I don't know, is there like table? Okay, so there are like tables and things. How do you make some of this stuff? So like if we wanted to make like that, planks and logs. Okay, so we actually have a lot of the stuff that we need for this. That's kind of perfect. Nether wart. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. This is kind of, so like if I look at like dandelion. So the basic dandelion, we have dandelion seeds. Then they have this. So for certain plants and other things in this mod pack, or I think just in general for this, whatever I'm doing here, they have some really cool little descriptions. So like for the dandelion, it says, while colloquially considered a weed, this yellow flowering plant is one of unspoken value. Having a deep-rooting taproot, the plant brings up nutrients from lower levels of soil, making it a good companion plant for shallow-rooting plants, which is entirely true. Dandelions are actually very useful for bringing nutrients to higher levels of soil for those shallow-rooting plants. I just think it's really cool they actually give some little descriptions there for some of these plants. So those are the things I want to look out for as we are continuing to look through this, just because I think it's kind of cool to be able to hover over an ingredient and press A to bookmark it. Oh, that's cool. Just because I think that's kind of cool to be able to bring attention to that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that's really cool to be able to see. And for you guys to know that even some of the plants that we consider weeds, like dandelions, because dandelions are considered a weed, they can still have some value on the farm. They can still bring some beneficial aspects to the farm. And in Minecraft, we actually are going to utilize some of those benefits because they don't really have the weed aspects in this. Because a weed in real life causes a lot of damage to plants by stealing nutrients from them, stealing water, stealing space, and just overall making the plant have a harder time growing in its environment. In this, it's not competing for all those nutrients because those resources are infinite in Minecraft. So we can actually use dandelions and other crops and other weeds to our advantage. I don't know if we can actually do that here. Like, are those double dandelions? Yeah, these are double dandelions. Can we like craft you? Oh, we have to grow dandelions. Okay, so podzol, we need a dandelion seed. Can we craft a dandelion seed? No, we can't. How do we get dandelion seeds? Can I like do that? What if I do... No? Okay. Well, if anyone in the comments or anyone who's watching this knows how that works, then please let me know so I can find a way to make that useful, because I don't know if that's actually how it works in this mod pack, if you actually can utilize the nutrient drawing properties of dandelions, but if you can, I want to figure out how to do it. So anyways, that's not what I was here to show you guys. I want to make some furniture. So let's go for... we have an oak house with some birch features, so maybe not jungle. We could do spruce stuff. Should we do spruce stuff? 4 spruce chairs. All we need are some logs. There is a spruce forest just on the other side of our swamp over there. Maybe... do we have any spruce? We don't have any spruce. We do have 1 dark oak. Oh, we do have spruce. But we don't have logs. We need to go get logs. Okay, so maybe let's make some spruce chairs. And then what about like tables and stuff? Tables. I like these little coffee tables. These are cool. Spruce coffee table. What do you need? Spruce planks and spruce logs. Okay, so we need a bunch of spruce logs, basically, is what I'm gathering from this. What are you? Greenhouse weather monitor. Ooh, that's gonna be fun whenever we get there. Okay. Cool. So let's go collect some spruce wood, and then we will put all of that in here. Now, or should I just do it with... I already have the oak stuff, and we're already in an oak house. But no, that's basic. I don't want to be basic. I want to be fun. Okay. I'm going to grab the spruce logs. I will be right back. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I think we went over this before, but I did find some sheep and goats. It was a 4-year-old. Wow. Okay. I found some, or I say goats. These are sheep. They're just snails. These are sheep. They just look like goats. Because they have, oh, they have down tails. Never mind. Yep, these are definitely sheep. This is a male, 9-month-old male. It actually has the ram-looking horns, which I appreciate the difference, even though it's not technically accurate, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so we could start domesticating sheep as well, because we kind of had that debate over whether cattle or sheep were the first animal to be domesticated. We could do both around the same time. Here's a female. But yeah, so we did find some sheep, and maybe I'll come back and grab those sheep later. There's so many of these little ore deposits I want to come and grab, but not right now. We have a mission right now. Oh, there's lava in there too. I can't get distracted. Can't get distracted. Here's the spruce stuff. Let's grab the spruce stuff, and then we will go back home. There's some hogs. Yeah, I also found some pigs. So there's a 7th-month female and then a 2-month-old male here with the tusks. So this is a boar. This would be considered a sow, but again, we'll talk about all that whenever we actually get pigs. I don't want to focus on that today. They are here if we need them. We can come back for them at a later time. But there is this cool little river here where there are spruce trees growing. And so I want to collect some of this spruce wood for our furniture. So let me grab all this, and then I will see you guys back at the house. Whoa. Okay, so obviously we're not back at the house yet. I was getting some spruce wood, and I found this, which I did mention that since this is a series that's mostly focusing on educational purposes and the evolution of agriculture and technology over time, ooh, some more salmon berries, that I did not want to focus on the magical aspects as much. However, if they do present themselves, I'm not going to ignore them. And so this obviously is a nether portal. We will go to the nether at some point in the future because there are things in the nether that we need. But for right now, I just want to come and grab some of the equipment from it. The music scared me. I just want to come and grab some of the equipment from it and remember that this portal is here, because that means we can come back for this, especially for lava, for nothing else, for building like blacksmith stuff. But yeah, let's grab this stuff. No. Ooh, this might be our new... Nope, it's not time for that. Okay, so here's what I might do. Hello, salmon. Here's what I might do. Any magical stuff we find, magical meaning like enchanted stuff, magic, books, or any kind of enchanted weapons or items or anything like that. Anything that I find that is magical in nature, or anything that I would not typically have access to with my current technology available, I will collect just so I don't lose it, and then I will store it in a chest that I am not allowed to open until I reach at least the second revolution. So let's do that. Let's do that. That'll be a good rule. I'll grab the chest that was at the nether portal, and then we'll use that as the chest for all of our like advanced equipment that we can't use yet. Because there are some things that I'm also tempted to craft that I cannot use yet. So maybe that'll be our thing. Is like we can start crafting stuff and start utilizing stuff, but putting it in the chest until we're able to actually use it from a historical standpoint. Because we should be moving to the second revolution fairly soon. We are skipping in like thousands upon thousands of years of development in the process, but all the fun and exciting stuff happens in the second revolution anyways, and then in the third. So we're gonna continue back home, and then I will see you guys back there. Okay, we're finally back home. Alright, so we got some pretty good stuff. I went and grabbed a little bit more wood. And let's just throw everything in here. I don't want to... Oh, we already had some spruce stuff. Okay, perfect. I did not get rid of the poisonous potatoes yet. I will soon. Just give me a sec. We'll throw all this stuff in there. Actually, no. We're going to throw it all in the chest. Because this chest is going to go... let's just throw it like right at the foot of my bed. That's stupid. I can't even open it at that point. Oh, also, I broke my axe. My axe broke while I was out. So I'm going to make a new axe real quick. We are going to make an iron axe. I know we kind of... I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but we're going to kind of like be conservative with our iron just because we don't have very much of it until we get time to go to do the mining trip. But we are not creating an iron hoe until we move into the second revolution. That'll be kind of like our marker of what revolution we're in. The stone hoe represents the Stone Age. The iron hoe will represent the Industrial Revolution. And then from there, we'll kind of start moving into more advanced stuff after that. So like maybe we'll get like a diamond hoe for the Green Revolution, and then we'll get like a netherite hoe for the, I don't know, the... There we go. The automated revolution. There we go. And then we'll throw the fire charges in there. And then we'll throw a piece of cobblestone over it. Don't let me forget that that's there, guys. Don't let me forget. I'm going to throw a little torch right there just so I don't forget. But don't let me forget that that's there, because I will. And I'll be very angry about it. Oh, I forgot to put the hoe in there. Duh. There we go. Boom. And then we do that. Put our hoe back in our inventory, and we go to sleep. Successful mission. We got the wood that we need. Now we can go ahead and craft our furniture. So let's do that. What is that? Bear fur. What do you use for? You guys see that? Sir, you need it. Are the weeds taking over my crops? What's that breaking sound? Sir, you need to leave. You're not welcome here. So annoying. Okay. I can't make a bow yet, or else I would go take care of him. Ow, I need to stop doing that. Okay. What is bear fur used for? You can make a teddy bear. That's cute. Wait, does that mean I have to kill... how do I get bears? Bear fur. I have to kill bears? That sucks. I don't want to have to kill a bear. I mean, I can, I guess. Once I get a bow. When I get a bow, we can kill bears. I just might do it, you know, like off camera so people don't yell at me. I need to go do weeds again. That creeper's making me real nervous. Those weeds are getting really long. I can wait until we're done with our furniture. Let's do the furniture real quick, and then I'll do weeds off screen and take care of that creeper and all that fun stuff. So let us jump into this right away. Okay, so how do we create these chairs? Do we want the strip chairs? We want the let's do the regular chairs. That's dark oak. Where's the spruce? Spruce. Okay, so we need 4 spruce logs and then 2 spruce planks. I have spruce planks in here already, so we can do that. So it's like that, there. Boom, spruce chairs. Nice. Now let's make a spruce table. Table. If I could type, that'd be great. There we go. Spruce table. Okay, easy enough. There, oops. There. Oh, it's 4 tables. Oh, geez. Okay. What about the coffee tables? It's 4 coffee tables too. Dang. Okay. Spruce. I swear, guys, I know how to use a keyboard. Whoa, look at all that stuff. What do we have here? Okay. Desk cabinet. Cabinet. Spruce desk. Ooh, a desk would be kind of fun. I can make a kitchen sink. Spruce crate. The crates could be kind of fun. Cabinet. They had cabinets in, like, the first revolution. Strip spruce blind. Ooh, blinds. Ooh, how do I make you? Sticks? Okay. Let's make... Okay, the cabinet is trapdoors. Man, now I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of different furniture. Okay, let's make some different thing. Kitchen drawer. I kind of want to make a desk. Let's make a desk, and we'll make those tables. So I need planks and logs. So this is a desk, right? 2 of them, actually. Nice. And then we have the tables already. Let's actually start putting some of this stuff down before we move on. Okay, so the desk, let's throw a desk like here. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, and then we'll throw some chairs like there. Put a table in between them. And now we can, sir, can I help you? Please go away. I don't like you being here. Now we can sit here. That's kind of cool. And we can sit over here. Maybe let's... There we go. We'll have a nice little table. And then the desk. Can I like put things on the desk? Or can I put like a book on the desk maybe? I don't know what to do with the rest of these tables or this other desk. I kind of want to throw like some cabinets up here though. So maybe let's do this. And then how do I make the cabinet again? Which cabinet do I want actually? That one's kind of nice. That one's kind of nice. That's Farmer's Delight though. This is MrCrayfish. I did want to create the crates. So that is like this. Right? Did I do it wrong? I flipped it. I knew that. There we go. We'll throw a crate next to my bed. We'll throw a crate like right there. Nice. Yeah. Oh, you can lock the crates. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, so we have some more storage now, which is nice. Big mailboxes. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna get really carried away if I'm not careful here. So let's do a cabinet and then the blinds, and we'll call it good. Those are all like floor cabinets. I want like one of these like hanging cabinets. I like that. That's kind of nice. Too bad I can't like flip this that way. It's like double cabinets, you know. But I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. And then we'll do the blinds. So I need sticks, which I do have a bunch of sticks in here. So how do these work? That's it. That's just... So it's like a one window thing. That's kind of lame, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Because if I do that... Oh, okay, so they can go... Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, so let's make another set. That was actually kind of cool. There. There. Nope, I didn't make it. There. 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 Nice. And I can just be all like, nope. They are a little hard to see out of, I will admit. Like, I do prefer that, but it is nice. So what does it look like from the outside if your blinds are closed? Okay, so you can't see into the house. That's kind of nice. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about those. Is that creeper still around here? That calf's getting big already. Jeez, that thing's growing fast. Yeah, you better run. Okay, so if I'm... Let me just do that, that, and that. And then we'll zoom. Still have to get rid of my poisonous potatoes. I need to throw something right here. Maybe I'll throw like some of those counters down. They have like these counters that they were talking about. How do you make the counters? Spruce hedge. Ooh. Oh, I get 8 of them for that. Okay, let's make some counters real quick then. I know I'm getting like way off a topic from where I started this episode, but you know, I'm not even all that mad about it. Counters there. Okay. Boom, counters. Okay. And then we can go boom, boom, boom. Oop. Can I throw things on these counters? I cannot. Is it worth it to do something? No, I don't really like that. But just because that fills a little bit more space, I think. And then we can just do that. Yeah. Okay, so I do already feel a lot better about this house a little bit. It's a little bit more decorated now. There are definitely things I can add, some ways I can fill the space a little bit more, and I will definitely do that in the future. But this was a nice little side episode. It wasn't too long. You know, there wasn't a whole lot going on, but we made a little bit of progress in terms of our decorations. We do have our calf who's now... Dang it. We do now have our calf who's growing really well. Let's see if we can check on his age without provoking that creeper. He's only a day old. Look how big he is already. He's growing so good. Can I like feed you? I can't feed you the poisonous potatoes. Let's get some wheat and let's feed this guy. If you guys come up with a name for the calf, let me know. Whenever I find a name tag, I will name him. I'm also going to take care of all these weeds here in a minute, so don't worry about that. And I'll take care of that creeper. But I think this was a very successful episode. I think we got a lot of cool stuff done. We made a lot of progress towards a couple of different things. We have our compost farm developing now, so we're doing really good with a lot more rich soil, so we can keep working with that a little bit. Ooh, there you are. And he sees me even better. Okay. Let's take care of this creeper now, I guess. I wasn't planning on doing it now. I was kind of hoping to push it off until next episode, but... There we go. Okay, that's done. Ooh, that was our first time getting gunpowder. We can make some cool stuff now. Actually, I am curious. What does gunpowder do for us? Okay, fire charge, TNT. Oh man, there's no new stuff for gunpowder. Oh well. Okay. Let's feed little guy here. Can I not feed him? I can breed you two again, but I can't feed him? Now he's 2 days old. Okay, well, cool. Well, we bred our cow again. Typically what you'll see in a lot of cattle operations, in like modern cattle operations, is like as soon as a cow has a baby, they're trying to breed her again. And we'll talk about like artificial insemination and stuff probably in another episode, but they have the ability to breed her much more easily when they don't use bulls, because bulls are seasonal and they'll kind of just breed whenever they want to and not really all that much control over it. I know a lot of people who still do use bulls, but you typically want to use artificial insemination just so you have a little bit more control over the breeding. But yeah, we're going to cover that in another episode. Our little bull calf is growing pretty quickly, so we're going to kind of let him continue growing, and hopefully he is able to produce for us pretty soon. Unfortunately, for any of our cattle lovers in the chat or in the comment section, you're probably not going to be too happy with me in a few episodes. We'll leave that bull calf where he's at. He'll be fine. He can stay where he's at. With our future bull calves, we might need to do some different things, but we'll cross that bridge as we get there. We're actually going to throw all of our drops in there. I think that'll be good. Yeah, I'm going to do some organizational stuff in another episode. I think to round all of this off, though, I'm going to go and toss these poisonous potatoes into the great chasm below, and we will call it a day. So, yeah, this was today's episode. Not a super long one, not a whole lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm going to get rid of the weeds in between episodes on our crops. I'm also going to check on our mushrooms in between episodes, but I hope you guys all enjoyed. Boom. Goodbye, poisonous potatoes. Hope you guys all enjoyed the episode. Hope you learned a thing or two. And if you did, then be sure to like and subscribe and share and follow and do all the things that you know to do online these days. I don't like saying that stuff, but it does help with engagement. So please do comment below anything that you saw that I could be doing better, any suggestions you have, any ideas, anything that you might know about these mods. Look at all this rich soil we're getting now. Oh man, we're gonna be growing crops even faster than we already were. Any ideas you have for ways I could improve this series, please let me know. Anything that I'm missing in terms of these mods that I'm not as familiar with, please inform me so I'm able to do a better job of teaching you guys and helping you learn more about agriculture while we play some fun games like Minecraft. So yeah, that is all I have for you. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. I hope to catch you in the next one. And first of all, thank you for helping me decorating. Thank you for helping me decorate my house. If you have any other suggestions on how to decorate my house better, then please let me know and I'll be happy to do so. But I think if that is it, that's all I'm going to have for you guys. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining this series, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. And don't forget, if you wait today, thank a farmer. Bye.